All right, so this stuff I'm going to pre-grind. So every night you're just going to dump out the container of this powder onto a plate like this. Then you're always going to use the chicken and cheese churro to mix with the powder for Dutch. You just tear the top off and then you pour in enough on top that, you know, it's not the whole container because you're going to need more of it in a minute. But you just want to get it blended in as best you can. So then you put that to the side. And then you use the spoon and you just start mixing it in, which is a lot harder when you're looking through a phone. I'm going to pause for a second. All right, so when you're done, you should have a pile of goo that looks like that. I'm just going to try to get as much of it as you can onto the spoon. I'm going to pause again while I do that. So now we've got it on the spoon, and then I'm just going to pour a little more on top. So this is the mixed stuff, and then I'm going to take the package, which I can't do while I'm holding the phone recording. So just take the package and put a little bit on top. You'll see in a second how much. So you can see I went just a little bit of unadulterated, pure goo, so that he at least gets that flavor in his mouth when he starts. And then I'm going to let him lick as much off the spoon as he can. It might take him a little while. He'll pause a few times because the pill is really dry, so he'll make these like clacking noises with his tongue, but he'll keep going after it until it's almost all gone. So now I'm feeding him off the spoon, basically. You can see he's just going after it. And I should be giving Mama her stuff, but I'll show you that in a second. Now I flipped the spoon over and he's eating the back side of it too. So usually there'll be a little bit of remnant left on the spoon, and I'll just put a little bit more of the unadulterated stuff right on top just to blend it in a little bit more, and he'll go after it on both sides. So try to get the spoon as clean as we can. So you can see there's a little more on there, and now he's going after it again. So the same with the back side. There. And that's pretty clean enough. Now there's more on the plate. I couldn't pick up with the spoon. So the remnants of this, I'll just put on top of that, and then whatever he eats, he eats. In the meantime, I'm using any of these other flavors for Mama and for Whitfield. So first I'm going to put half of this container onto a plate for Mama while I finish off the plate of stuff that I've just put for Dutch. See, I put stuff on top of what I missed with the spoon, and then he'll just clean that up. And then this is the plate for Fiona and Whit, but I'm just doing half for Fiona, and then we'll give it to Whit on the floor. So you got to make sure that Whit is on the floor when we're doing all this. So he's cleaning up his plate, and then she's got that other flavor over there. And then I'll give the other half to him down there, and he's just patiently waiting because he's a good boy. And that's about as clean as it usually gets. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less sometimes, but that should be good. And there's Whit's portion, and that's pretty much it. Sometimes he won't finish that, and then Mama will come over and clean it up. It depends on the flavor. He's not in love with all of them, but I don't really care because we only give them some so that they feel like they're not being left out when we give this boy all his stuff.